Hey, Dad. Just got done with about 8 hours of hard back-breaking labor. I'm feeling pretty good. How was your day?
Yeah, 8 hours. Back-breaking labor. Yep. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Me too. Nope. Nope. No. I think I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down. Oh yeah, I think I'll just lay right here. I'll be fine. Ow.
Name of the people and things of hell I dub thee. Spawn!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to We Can Fix It, where if we work together, we can fix just about anything. My name's Danny, and today on We Can Fix It, I'm going to be discussing this motorcycle right here that we are going to be calling Spawn. We've done a whole bunch of work to this bike already, but we have a lot more to go. And the best thing about this bike right now is that, you know, whatever I do to it will only make it better. It's in pieces right now. Here, I'll show you. It's in pieces right now. There's the gas tank. It does have some mini apes on it. That's not attached whatsoever. These right here are aren't even put on properly. Battery's dead. I've done a little bit of work to it, but not much. So, pretty much, let's start at the beginning, like I do with all the projects. Like I did with the Camaro. I started up with the Camaro, explaining where I got it, what I did to it to bring it to what it is today. This right here is a different story that is a bit more complicated than the Camaro. So, if you wish to skip this little storytelling moment, I've got the time right here, and you can skip to it if you wish. So, to begin with, my buddy got this bike off somebody else. He purchased this motorcycle, or, you know, maybe even did a trade, I don't know. The motorcycle didn't run 100%. He let his kids ride it around the yard because of the fact he did get it running and did, like I said, it skipped like it was a plug bad or wire or carburetor issues. Well, he ended up, he's got a 1973 Nova, and he ended up taking the Nova out because it needed quarter panels and a tail panel. He took it out to a guy's house, and he traded him a Chrysler Big Block, running Chrysler Big Block motor to put the quarters and tail panel on the Nova. He gets the Nova back, and the doors do not fit whatsoever. And the guy that done all the work said that what he needed to do was adjust the strikers. I said, well, there's no, like, it's a 1/4 of an inch. There's no 1/4 of an inch adjustment on the strikers. You could literally take your pinky and it was just about as thick as your pinky. It's just not, it's not there, not adjusting. So we ended up taking that apart. He asked me to help him to take it apart, and the whole deal was that if I helped him, he was going to give me old Bessie here. So that was the game plan, and that's how it worked out. He ended up giving me the motorcycle in exchange for my work. The quarter panels and tail panel were completely just put on there wrong. Somebody took the old quarter panels and didn't even cut them out. They just took the new quarter panels and laid them right on top of the old ones. There's no way that they were going to line up because you literally just laid the old ones over top of the new ones. So I took all the quarter panels back off. We cut them out properly. Then we reinstalled the skins on the car properly. And the tail panel was literally running downhill to the driver's side. You could take your hand and stick up into the trunk if you wanted to. That's how bad it was. Because he didn't have a trunk installed when you give it to him. And so he was wondering if we could fix it with an adjustment. I said, there ain't no adjustment to fix that. I said, we're going to have to cut that out and raise it up. We cut it out and come to find out there was probably about a 1/2 of an inch gap at the bottom of the tail panel on one side where they put it in completely crooked. So yeah, I had to fix that. Well, long story short on that, the job is completed. I've got the motorcycle. Now that I've got the motorcycle, I needed to find out why it wouldn't run. It wouldn't run because of the fact that the motorcycle's stator had went bad. So I replaced the stator and I replaced the coil, pretty much the coil, everything dealing with spark. I replaced it, and that fixed the issue. The reason for the issue is the petcock was not stopping the flow of fuel, and I apologize, not the petcock, but the carburetor. The carburetors were not stopping the flow of fuel like they were supposed to. The needles weren't seating properly. So if you left the petcock on and you let it sit overnight, it would fill the oil pan up with gas. So that was a big no-no. So I put a rebuild kit in the carburetors, and it still does it. I don't know why it's doing it. The kits are like I said, brand new. There's no reason why they should be leaking by, but they're still leaking by. So just to give you an idea, this is the first motorcycle I've ever worked on. So I'm trying to figure out why in the world the fuel is leaking by the carburetors and getting into the oil. But aside from that, if you take and cut the petcock off when you're done riding, and you can go do whatever you want to, just don't let it sit overnight. No, when you stop the motorcycle for the last time of the day, just turn the petcock off and she's fine for the next day. It doesn't get no gas in the oil then. But if you let it sit for some reason, gas in the oil. I don't know. There are a few issues that I see that are happening, and I'll fix them. Like, it looks like this is corroding a little bit. Oh well, I'll fix it. That's what I do best. Gonna pull the battery out. Battery's no good. Going to check and make sure. I think these have, yes, they do have a hole. They have a hole right there. There is a hole, which is good. I'm going to run a wire through the handlebars and through that hole, and it'll circle around and come up in this, right up on the, because right here is where your brakes, your brake lights and all that good stuff hook up to. And I'm going to also hook up that brake light. So let's get to it, see what all we can finish. Alrighty. So I've got the handles on. I think they look pretty good. Hey, you might be wondering what I'm doing here today. So we're going to be painting some of this motorcycle here, especially in a dark red paint. And then we're going to add some silver highlights to that paint. Now, I'm cheating. So, this is a Dupai color. Dupai color? Anyway, it's one of them. And so, this is a ready to spray paint. So, you just take this, pour it in your gun, and you commence to spraying. So I have this. And this is a mixture of paint that I bought, which is Chrysler Black. JB9 300. This is a black paint. And my Camaro is painted in this. And I'm going to take this, mix it up real good, and I'm going to dip a little bit into that and see if I can't get it darkened. Let's see if it works. Wow, there is no sediment in this at all. Look how black that paint is. This has been sitting for a while, and there is absolutely no sediment in the bottom. Most of the time when it sits for a while, you get this, how would I put it? It's like gum at the bottom where everything settles down to the bottom. I mean, just look at that. That is great for as long as this has been sitting. It's been sitting for a while. I painted my car 10 years ago. Look at that. It's like it's never ever been opened. Maybe I ruined it by opening it. Okay. This has never been opened, and I purchased it recently. Already, I'm making a mess. Now, this is not clean by any means. I do not recommend you do this. Do it properly. Don't do this. I'm going to test real quick with a paintbrush and just see what color we have here, because it looks like we have about the same. Yeah, that is about the same. And try this. So you can see a significant darkness difference. So yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put more black in this and get it to where I want it. Alrighty, for those of you that don't know how to sand, we have a high spot right here. Looks okay otherwise. We got a low spot down here. I'm gonna try to give it a little sanding and see exactly what's high and what's low. So as soon as I cut, you see how it cuts through that right there first? That means that that's a high spot. So that means that this right here is still low. So I'm not gonna cut no more on that because I know that it's a low spot there. There is a low spot right here. And I'm going to cut right here to find out what's high and low. And it's the same process. It's really easy when there's nothing that you're really going to mess up. You get 80 grit, set that up, slide it down a couple of times. Can you see that on the camera? Dark spot, and a dark spot. Means all of that's low. Now come up.
hit it a little harder with the 80 grit, and you can see here is metal, metal, and metal. Still dark, still dark. And there's a dark spot right across here. See how it's metal, metal, and metal, and there's a low spot right here. In turn, ooh, my hair is standing on end. I didn't know that. Woo! I look like I just got electrocuted. But in turn, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get rid of the low spots. Now this is going to be for auto body and motorcycles. This just happens to be a gas tank that I'm using for my motorcycle build. So I'm going to put some Bondo on it. It ain't going to be much because it's really not that low. And I don't like putting a lot of Bondo on something. So this one, this small dent is not that bad. This one right here was actually a pretty decent sized dent, and I took it to a dent doctor to see if they could push it out from the inside, because I didn't really want to put stud welds in it and end up burning through the gas tank, because welding on a gas tank is very difficult if you don't know what you're doing, and it's hard to make it good and you know, where it won't leak gas everywhere. Because if it leaks gas, Bondo don't stick to gas, paint don't stick to gas, so you're in for a world of pain when about, you know, a month, 2 months down the road, and you find out, uh-oh, you know, I didn't fix it right, and now I've done screwed the entire sucker up. So before we continue, I wanted to kind of go over this real quick. This right here is reinforced filler. So this kind of has a reinforcement in it like fiberglass that will help it being sturdy, and it's less likely to crack like conventional Bondo, which this is right here. Body filler, just regular Bondo, nothing big, no big deal on it. And this right here is just going to, when it sets up, it's a little bit more fragile. So really big dents, I would not put Bondo in. If I can get in from the back, I'll try to pop it out most of the way and just put a little skim of Bondo on. Not like, you know, most of these shops that fill the whole hood with Bondo. Now if it's a fairly good sized dent like what was in this gas tank right here, I put this in it because there is no way for me to pull it out the rest of the way without stud welding. So now this is actually fairly smooth to the touch. It's just got a high spot on the corners. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put down a bit of Bondo. Here's some mixing of the Bondo. This is how most body shops do it. And hard to do this with one hand. We'll do that and we'll mix it in, and it'll change color over time. We'll just clean it up, put it back down, and then slowly knead it in. Different places and different people mix Bondo completely differently. This is how I mixed and how I was taught to mix it. Okay, so this right here is now got a small layer of Bondo on it. Alrighty, I've got the gas tank painted now. Well, primed. It's a self-etching primer. I got a little run right there, no big deal. I'm not really worried too much about it. I got a lot of work to do to it.
So, as you can see here, I've already started with painting a few things. The horns I painted green. The wheels I've actually painted green. You can barely see it from here. This motorcycle also had a whole lot of wiring issue, so all of these wires that are disconnected are for signal lights and whatnot. I'm not going to be reusing them. Same thing with the back here. There has been a whole lot of goobering back here, and it's just not nice. It looks ugly as can be. This right here is for the fuel pump, to get the fuel pump to run. I did relocate the fuel pump to that little pocket right there for easier access if it goes bad, because it's normally under the motorcycle, and it seems to work pretty good right there. It actually still picks up and runs good. So we have our tail light wiring right here, and I'm going to keep this because I have this tail light that I'm going to be using. There will be no signal lights. These right here are actually lights on the end of the handlebars for signals. I'm going to take this, there's a little red light bulb in there. I'm going to change it out to a red one. There's a yellow. Blah, I'm screwing myself up. There's an orange light bulb in there, and I'm going to turn it red. And as you see here, I'm going to be installing this seat as well. So that way we have a nice little Springer seat with it. I think that will be nice with the bike. Let's see here. What else? I'm going to wrap the exhaust. I have the exhaust up right here just for a little bit to stay out of the way while I fit the fender. As you can see, I've scribed out a little bit of what I want. I'm going to probably cut this out and then cut these little bumps off right here and then make it flat and make it a good solid nice piece right here. The boy, being this is a dedication bike for Spawn, the boy is going to put the Spawn emblem on the gas tank, and I'm going to see if he will, there's little covers that go right here. I'm going to see if he'll take and do the Spawn logo in them covers, and then we'll clear coat over them. They'll be good. There is a good bit of work that still needs to go into this bike. There is some rot right here that's taken place for some reason. I gotta fix that. I don't know if it's some brake fluid got on it and it just got the black paint knocked off of it. I'm not positive, but I do have to fix it, so I'm gonna fix it. There's really not much. I actually went through the gauge cluster and redid all of that so that way it would fit for my needs, because the gauge cluster is completely different design, and it's not really as tight as it is up against this. This right here, I believe, has its own little place it goes. But yeah, I had to rework it a bit so that way it would fit properly. I've got new front and back brakes for it. We did the headlights. Well, the headlight. Painted the ring. Painted the cone. Put some silver in there. Painted the back silver. Same thing with this plate right here. It's now silver. There's a plate that goes up front. It's silver. I'm going to touch up this silver right here. And it'll be a little bit at a time, but you know, that's how progress is made, just a little at a time. Hopefully we will start working heavily on this motorcycle, because it will be going for sale. There is a local car auction that I'm going to be taking it to. It's called Greensboro Classic Auto Auction. So once this is done, it's going there, and when it's there, it's gone. It's a no reserve. It's sold no matter what. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And So please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, if we work together, we can fix just about anything.